So I've got a little bit of a different video today. We're cuddling in bed, babes, and I got a bunch of really bad reviews. So I'm just gonna read them to you, and I hope you like them. Okay, so let me just get comfy. If anyone has a good pillow recommendation, let me know. So all of these reviews are collected throughout the internet. So they are on like YouTube, comments, Amazon, Apple Play, etc. Apple Play? You know what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna try and be a soft spoken and or whisper. It's probably gonna be more soft spoken. More background if you like random people talking in the background in here. So I'm gonna start. I can't fucking take it. I see an image of a random object posted, and then I see it. I fucking see it. Oh, that kind of looks like the Among Us guy it started as. That's funny. That's a cool reference. But I keep going. I'd see a fridge that looked like Among Us. I'd see an animated bag of chip that looked like Among Us. I'd see a hat that looked like Among Us. And every time I'd burst into an insane, breath-deprived laugh, staring at the image as the words Among Us ran through my head. It's torment. Psychological torture. 1 a.m., being conditioned to laugh maniacally anytime I see an oval on a red object. I can't fucking live like this. I can't. 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 And don't get me fucking started on the words. I'll never hear the word suspicious again without thinking of Among Us. Someone does something bad, and I can't say anything other than sus. I could watch a man murder everyone I love, and all I would be able to say is red sus and laugh like a fucking insane person. And the word among is ruined. The phrase Among Us is ruined. I can't live anymore. I can't live anymore. Among Us has destroyed my fucking life. All I want is to eject myself from this plane of existence. Make it stop. 2 stars. A fun way to ruin a weekend and blow $100. We took this ball to the beach, and after close to 2 hours to pump it up, we pushed it around for a fun-filled 10 minutes. That was when the wind picked up, and it sent it hurtling down the beach at 40 knots. It destroyed everything in its path. Children screamed in terror at the giant inflatable monster that crushed their sandcastles. Grown men were knocked down trying to save their families. The faster we chased it, the faster it rolled. It was like it was mocking us. Eventually, we had to stop running after it because its path of injury and destruction was going to cost us a fortune in legal fees. Rumor has it that it can still be seen stalking innocent families on the Florida Panhandle. We lost it in South Carolina, so there's something to be said about its durability. I just thought that one was so funny. That was from an Amazon review. This one is a Yelp review, and a lot of my ideas for this video came from Yelp. 1 star. I have no idea how good the ramen is. What I do know is that they would not let me take it to go. I wanted to take it home and enjoy it there. ... The girl told me I could not because their ramen was so good that they had to throw the noodles away if they sat out for 3 minutes or some such junk. Yeah. Anyway, here's the deal. It's my choice. If I want to take it home, don't tell me I can't. I walked across the hall to a different restaurant and ordered delicious food to go. I'm sure it's amazing ramen. I just had no interest in dining there tonight, nor listening to some tool act like I was committing an egregious ramen sin. 1 star. We have a couple from that place. You will see. Okay, we have 2 pages left. 3 pages left. Okay. We'll read the second review from that one, and then we have one silly review that is just I think this last review is from Tumblr, so it's more so just a stream of consciousness that is hilarious, but it kind of is a review at the same time. We will see. Let me tell you the second review. So that last review we just read from Yelp, they gave it 1 star. Now this person gave it 2 stars. In town for a convention and craving some ramen. This ramen was one of the higher rated ramen places in the area, so off I went. Arrived shortly before 6 p.m. and there were still plenty of seats, which is extremely rare during the meal rush. The menu is pretty straightforward and reasonably priced. As you walk in, there are several menu holders on the wall through the line, so you don't have to wait to get to the cashier to figure out what you're having. Once you order, you snag a seat. Tables are family style, so you may end up in the middle of a few groups or duos, and there's a small amount of counter seat by the register. Ramen was coming out quickly, which was good considering the line was getting pretty long. Staff were efficient in making sure tables and countertops were being cleaned and wiped down as people left, sometimes wiping down surfaces twice. Plus 1 star. The food was pretty meh, not the most flavorful. I went with the tonkatsu shoyu, which was really bland ramen I've ever had, but the chashu pork was cooked perfectly, so plus 1 star. The gyoza seemed a tad undercooked. Half the order was alright, but the remaining pieces seemed like they were rushed in hopes of getting out the order faster. Tips. No takeout orders for ramen allowed. Seriously. Only items you can order, according to the cashiers, are the sides. They say this to preserve the quality of the ramen, but I say it's a missed opportunity for the business to snag added revenue and a great way to alienate any potential customers. Coming for dinner, don't be shocked if they tell you the outside tables aren't available, even if the sun is just going down. Thirsty and wanting just water? Snag it on your way in. Seriously. Otherwise, you'll have to shimmy your way through the waiting line and the rows of tables twice. Apparently, they had a kid portion for the ramen, so be sure to ask as needed. This place will get hot. There doesn't seem to be much ventilation, so as it gets crowded, it will become a bit unpleasant. I've heard quite a few diners ask their friends if they're feeling warm too, though perhaps this is a tactic to get people in and out faster. Street parking. Though this area does seem a little sketchy at night. Saw quite a few people hanging out around people's cars and in the non-lit portions of the streets, so be mindful of your surroundings and take what you need with you inside. Paying with debit or credit? Tip screen starts off at 18%. It's within walking distance of this other restaurant if you're looking for drinks afterwards or a follow-up meal. Oh, I fucking found you. Okay. I'm pretty sure that was from like a Yelp Elite person, and I'm just like, pretentious. I do want to let everybody know that that was pre-COVID, and they do offer that ramen to go. The issue that they were having was, and this is what I just like, if you get ramen to go, like, you will know. Separate the soup and the noodles. Duh. Okay? Then I can mix it when I get home, because ramen is only good fresh. You know, ramen is best fresh, obviously, and that's what the company was trying to relay, but they did figure out how to separate the noodles and the soup so that you could take it to go, and they're bomb. So yeah, also you can 100% enter in a custom tip, or there's a no tip button, so alright, okay, so I lied earlier. I have one more Yelp review, and then we'll get to the funny Tumblr post. Okay, this was on the back of the gummy bear one. That's why I mixed it up. It's got so mixed up. Okay, 1 star. Don't be fooled. If you live in the neighborhood, you already know this place should be avoided. This is the latest in the long list of overpriced, mediocre eateries to occupy this space. Remember that Indian spot that wasn't very good, that got replaced by that sausage place that wasn't very good, that was briefly supplanted again by the same curry place as before until you thought it was finally closed for good? That's this place. In fact, it's not just the same picnic tables as the previous tenants, it's the same decor. They've still got one of the big bangers and brews stickers on one of the walls. But because I really want a good restaurant to open up in this spot and be successful, the family and I tried it out this week. I saw the reviews. Whoa, 5 stars, I thought. And we were hungry and we live a few blocks away, so I abandoned all caution and gave it a go. Well, as anticipated, it fully disappointed. The staff was pleasant enough, by which I mean they weren't outright rude to us by any stretch, but the service, as mentioned in other reviews, was not part of our experience. We were handed a Din Tai Fung style menu and what appeared to be the pen. I was asked to wait for another table to finish their order before taking possession of said pen. While I waited, I ordered a few beers, same list as the Banger's place, which was the same list as the curry spot, etc. I added 6 items to our order and took it back to the counter. Yes, it's still an order at the counter kind of place. While there, I noticed someone trying to pour our 2 beers. There were 4 pint glasses, a large pitcher, and a whole lot of foam. I also grabbed some water and 3 glasses, one of which had a sticky rim. A while later, I was told the fryer was broken and half the menu was not available, so we made our substitutions and waited. The first thing that came out was the broccoli, which was considerably more stock than Florid. It also preceded napkins, plates, and chopstick, which I needed to request at the counter. Next came our beers, which were flat and, let's be nice and call it English pub cool. They weren't warm, but they definitely weren't cool either. Another 5 or so minutes passed before 2 sesame buns came out. Traditionally dessert, but hey, we were starving, so we didn't complain. These were huge buns that had nearly no filling, and they were chewy and bland. Next came our pan-fried pot stickers, which, true to their name, had definitely stuck to the pot. They were burnt to a crisp on the bottoms and hard to eat. And finally, our sha long bao, half of which were deflated and fully devoid of soup, and the other half were mediocre at best. Add to this, while there was chili oil and black vinegar at the table, there were no soup spoons or small dishes to mix your sauces in, just a large plastic plates that were given on request. It wouldn't shock me to learn that at least all of their dumplings were prepared from frozen. I'm just not sure if there's some large enterprise churning these things out or if they just pop into Costco a couple times a week. All told, we were there for over an hour, spent over $75 on 4 dishes, 2 beers, and a 20% tip, I'm no Scrooge, and came home and made turkey sandwiches. If you live in the neighborhood, you already know better. If you don't, you want some dumplings or noodles, there are way better options right there, less than half a mile down the road. Sounds pretty bad. Okay, and so now we're on our final review / Tumblr thought stream of consciousness. The free version is terrible. I'll go onto Spotify mobile and say, "Can I listen to a song, please?" And they go, "No, you can only shuffle a playlist or an album." So I go, "Okay," and shuffle an album with songs I like on it, and then I come back and ask, "What's this song that's not on the album that I'm listening to?" And they go, "We added a bunch of suggested tracks to the album because we hate you. Now get these 6 skips per hour that aren't enough to skip through them. Go fetch." And I go, "Okay." And then I go to settings and ask, "Can I turn off suggested tracks, please?" And they go, "No." And I go, "I just wanted to listen to a song. You let me do that when I use Spotify on the computer." And they go, "Yeah, we just decided to mess up the mobile version for no reason." So then I go to the Spotify help website, which is an oxymoron, and I go, "Can you get rid of suggested tracks, please?" And they go, "No. In fact, we're going to frame you for murder, and you're going to go to jail for 30 years. And I go, "Why are you doing this to me?" And they go, "Because we're Spotify mobile, and life is a fucking nightmare." So, I hope that you enjoyed my bad reviews, and I hope you're all comfy. Oh yeah, let's It's time to get real comfy and just wake me up. Wake me up in a little bit.